Grabbing man butts. Do you do it?
I feel the shame. Absolutely.
Why? Congratulations, we made it back for another episode. We are live from the living room. I am JayRich, and we got a returning guest. We got Bri Feel in the building. We're going to talk about our new single, holiday season, just a little bit of everything. What else you got going on, though?
I mean, that's pretty much it.
Gearing up.
Offline and...
You already shot a video, doing visuals?
Yeah, so I actually shot a visualizer back in February.
Okay.
So I've been sitting on this song for a minute. And I wasn't sure what I was going to do with that content because it's not necessarily performance content. But yeah.
What's performance content?
So performance content, you know how when you watch a video and people are actually singing the words.
Mm-hmm.
So what I shot back in February, there's nothing of me singing the words. So I literally could use it for anything.
Yeah.
But I shot it with the intent of using it for offline.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. How often do you sit on things? Well, how long do you sit on it and then say, okay, this is going to go, this is not going to go, and then how long do you plan to roll out?
Well, how often I sit on things is too often, probably, by some people's standards.
Yeah.
And then,
oh, you the Dr. Dre.
Huh?
I said, you the Dr. Dre.
Oh my gosh, it's so terrible. But I mean, I'm also like, I try not to beat myself up because I'm very particular about timing. And so far, my timing has worked in my favor. Like,
okay.
I sat on my last single right for over a year, probably a year and a half. And I actually dropped it on SoundCloud and saw the reception it was getting. And then I re-recorded it and dropped it on all platforms. But I had...
and that's the one that just crossed 2 million streams?
Yeah, that's the one that just crossed 2 million streams. So it's like, okay, what if I would have dropped it earlier? Mm-hmm. What if certain people who picked it up just wouldn't have been in the mood for it at the time?
Now, I'm glad you said that. Now, do you think about the season and when you drop something, like a cuffing season song, like how, and then you said re-record it too. So did you re-record it to get more harmonies on it, or what was the reason?
I re-recorded it because I had to. I track myself a lot of times, but I'm still figuring out like how to properly like store files and all that stuff. Yeah. So I actually lost everything for it. And so all I had was the vocals like cut on the song and the instrumental already together. Yeah. So I couldn't get it mixed and mastered. Yeah. So I was giving up and I was like, it is what it is. And then I was like, nah. Something about it, even though people were telling me it's not a single. Some people, you get these opinions because it's kind of moody. Yeah. And so when you think about like playlisting, it's like, is it gonna fit? But something in me knew.
Now, when you say playlisting, you talking about like Spotify playlist and then how to get, and then is that what drove the majority of your streams?
Yeah, for sure. That was my first time ending up on editorial playlist.
So what was the pitch that you wrote out to get on?
Well, really,
was it a pitch involved?
It is a pitch involved, but it's a pitching tool within Spotify. And so I talk about this a lot, and in terms of my content on like Instagram, I've been trying to be more intentional about sharing this because I like to think that like this is common information when it comes to independent artists.
You would like to think so, but a lot of people don't. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's not. And I'm like, y'all, I need y'all to get hip because it's not going to always work, but you never know when it is going to pop. Yeah. So, like, I pitched the single before it released. I went in a little tool and I wrote out my little write is about romantic transparency and whatever I had to do to kind of sell it to them. Yeah. And it actually is the first one that they picked up for editorial playlist.
How many things have you pitched? How many things have you pitched and didn't get the?
You know what? I can't say that I pitched everything before, but at least 2 other songs before I pitched. Okay. Did I do it in the right timing? Maybe not, because what I learned was you need to it's like if I sent you something, I need you to get a feature done or something, but you got work for the next month. It's like I can't send it to you tomorrow if I need the feature done by Sunday. I have to send it to you weeks in advance. Same thing with Spotify. You have to. So many people, they're like, my single's ready to go. It's dropping next Thursday. It's like, no, you can't do that.
I'm glad you said that because I've had that argument with people in my camp before, and they think that like stuff just happens that fast. And because most major artists make it look that way, but most what people don't understand, like that's months, sometimes a year in advance in training. Yeah. I mean, as planning.
In preparation. Yeah.
And all like those videos that roll out, like they shot that like forever ago.
And that's the thing. Like some of these major artists, they got a plug. They might have somebody at Spotify who can make sure their stuff gets out on time, or you know, I like to think that.
And then there's money involved. It's a whole different type of bag to come with that. Yeah,
it is. But at the same time, you think about other people who are major artists, and the most recent I could think about is like Billie Eilish. I feel like she was rolling out her project for like, I don't even know how long. And I don't pay attention to her music like that, but I did pay attention to the people's commentary on her rollout, because that's something where I want to strengthen. So it's like I have to get studied.
there was like a phase where the rollout kind of died. And then everybody tried to emulate what the majors were doing. Everyone always tried to emulate what the majors are doing.
Here's the album tomorrow.
Right. And who would that begin with? Like with Beyonce and Drake,
that
right?
was the first one I remember. Was Beyonce.
Drake did the surprise album first, right? If you're reading this too late. And then Beyonce did it.
That sticks out to me.
Okay, so after that, everybody tried to do it the same way. Like, bro, we don't know you like that.
Know you. We weren't checking for that. We said when you gonna drop something, we ain't mean it.
It's the equivalent of the rapper hopping on the mic saying, "Yeah, you already know who it is."
No,
we don't.
Actually,
we don't.
Where can we find you?
Yeah, where's your bio? There's no link in bio.
Who are you?
Right. So, do you like the rollout process?
Yeah, I'm liking it more because I'm a creative person, and I'm also a big planner.
Yeah.
So those are things that work in
my
Do you overanalyze? Yes, and that's why sometimes stuff don't get done. Like, I be having all these plans, but then I be so particular.
How many times have you changed your album name?
Oh, man. I don't... For this project that hopefully comes out next year, I done went through about 4...
She said hopefully, too.
Because, you know.
Yeah.
I can't make no promises. It is going to be a project. I can say that much. It will be a project that drops next year.
Is it changing conceptually from a?
Yes.
What's changing? The mood that you're in, the story that you're cultivating. What is your process when it comes?
Inspire me.
Okay.
Yeah, and sonically, like you know, sonically, as my team develops,
right?
My sound develops,
right?
So it's like if my husband, who produces most of my stuff, he's coming up on these new sounds and he's getting in these new bags. It's like, wait a minute, I want some of that bag.
Yeah.
But that's a little different from where we was at. So now I'm willing to play around a little bit more. And luckily, like I just do music because I like to do it,
right?
So I can operate on my own timeline.
Now, I want to revisit something you said earlier when you were talking about releasing rights to Spotify and getting a response from people, and then you had people saying it was a single, that's the one, it's not a single. Yeah. Do you have a core group of like go-to opinions that have you? How long did it take you to cultivate that group of people where you can trust them?
It didn't take long because it's really like my core group is my husband because he's my producer and my best friend because we've been in a group together. Okay. And so she just has a very good ear. She's super talented. She's a dope writer. And she's good at putting, like, songs together and projects together. Okay. So, like, those are my two. But then I have some people, like, I have, like, some tribe people who I'll put it out there. Hey, who wants to, hear the new single? Let me get your feedback. And even on, like, offline, I got feedback about, like, oh, more backgrounds here. So okay. It means a lot to get that, like.
What's the worst criticism that you received that you could not argue with?
I wouldn't even say I received some criticism that I couldn't argue with. I will say so offline is out, and offline doesn't have like a bridge, and I know in my heart it deserves a bridge, but I also know that people don't listen to songs that are longer than 3.
That's the hard part from a creative standpoint because like the majority of my catalog is like those old ballads, like the where you can just like the bridge is the where crescendo's the climax. Yes, it's the climax of the movie. It's like taking the fight scene out of an action movie that where everything comes together. It's like schematics, analytics. Yeah. So did you write one? Did you?
Oh, I already got one in the works. And so offline will be re-released. I mean, I can make my own rules. So offline will definitely be re-released with a bridge. Like I've already been mapping it out, and I don't know if it's just going to be on the project or if it's going to be like as a duet or what the situation is, but it's going to have a bridge.
Got you.
For sure. But I did receive that criticism when I shared it.
I agreed.
Based
on where you are right now, what is the concept of the project?
Well, I mean, I can tell you right now what name I'm sitting on.
You want to share that?
And I guess. Well, no, now you got me nervous. So, but I mean, the concept is the project is the concept of my life, and is the concept of my artistry. So it's about me in a range of feelings. Like, it's really just
okay. I just got like 3 different titles in my head, but you don't have to say it, anything.
I'll tell you after the fact.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. We'll do with that.
Yeah.
All right. So now I want to switch gears a little bit. So I've been talking to men and women about this question. Have not gotten a consistent baseline. So I figured I need to increase my sample pool. Hard hitting question.
Solid research.
Yeah. Got to do the work. Grabbing man butts. Do you do it?
I feel the shame. Absolutely.
Why?
Absolutely.
Why? Why do y'all do it?
Can't help it.
Why?
Why does the butt grab my hand?
The butt grabbed your hand?
That's the real question.
That sounds very Me Too-ish.
Oh, snap. They gonna cancel me.
I mean, she's married, but, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, still consent, because, you know, that's... I shouldn't just be grabbing his butt, but the butt be grabbing me, so I don't know what...
All right, all right.
And
do
it's
you
more
do...
like a slap most of the time.
That's even worse, bro.
Oh, dang,
when you hit that when you hit the part that little jiggle, it's like, hey, my booty don't jiggle, baby.
Why you want fans to be like that?
And you know what you're doing too, because you intentionally flick the spot.
I think about it.
You see?
Yeah.
See?
And aim.
And see the problem. You found it.
I'm so sorry.
You found it. All right, so look, you just do it from a playful angle, or is it sexual, or a little bit of both?
Depending on what time of day and how much free time we got. Could be a pleasure. Never know where it's gonna go. It just depends. But I mean, it's just like, it's a cute thing to do in my mind. Now I realize maybe not so much.
No, ask men. That's why I have this show, so we can talk about the issues.
Excited about it.
We never do.
Ever.
Well, I was just talking to somebody about that. I was talking to a man about that, and he said the guy that is excited about it, you should be worried about it.
Oh my gosh.
That's what he said.
I can't even argue with that. If I hit his butt and he just threw a little twerk back at me, I would be like,
ooh.
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
Like, mood ruined.
Yeah. All right. That's...
But I mean, we goofy too, so I'm
mad goofy too.
It was never happened, but I can't count it out that it wouldn't happen because
what, the twerk back?
We just never know. We're goofy. I
okay.
can see him doing it, but you just never know.
All right. You ever grab it doing nasty time?
Yeah.
He allows it, or he don't do the hand swipe?
It's just a grab,
bruh. No, it's not sexual.
Booty hole. I'm just saying.
No.
I'm just saying.
That's
totally
intimate. No, it's you're above waist and above. No, you don't grab man's cheeks, especially doing nasty time.
Yes, you do.
I like how she tipped on. And then get to it. Tiptoed in my chest. I wasn't ready. That was great. That was great.
Questions.
I need to throw right.
I ain't mad at it. I am mad at it, but I ain't.
I like how she just. I said what I said. I did what I did.
Because I'm gonna keep on doing it.
Right.
It just is what it is.
All right. Next question. Voice notes instead of a text message. Is that a party foul?
Oh,
that's a good question.
I'm adjusting.
To which one?
Because I know, like, people be driving and do that. And
the
so
voice
I
note?
get it. Yeah, but I usually just text back.
Okay.
I don't like doing voice notes.
Okay. Do you get? See, how can I rephrase this? Are you okay with receiving them, but you don't necessarily want to give the voice note back?
Yeah, I'm okay with receiving them from the people I've ever received them from.
Okay.
I have received some voice notes on Instagram that I never respond to. Because I'm like, Why would
Off the
you?
first interaction?
Yeah, I don't know you.
Yeah. That's different.
Why
That's
are
different.
you doing that?
I've never done that to anybody. I've always had it done to me where like they just like, oh, it's just too much to take.
Yeah.
Like, so I got that, and it's usually a woman, so it's cool in that sense. Yeah. But I've never just volunteered it off rip unless I knew them in person. Yeah, that's like in real life. That's the only time I do that.
And it's strictly due to convenience. If I ever send a voice note, I'm like, I just need to go ahead and say this. I don't have time to type it. I'm driving. How
you need to say certain things, and you can't be read.
Tone is everything.
Right, and that's what doesn't come across in text message, right?
You know, I didn't think about that.
Yeah. So I was never big on doing that, but I drive so much, so it's either a phone call or I'll send you the note when it's quiet.
Yeah, because some people think you being short when you just don't have the time to text it all out.
Yeah.
And so it's like, it don't hurt to go ahead and just drop a little voice. Dang, you just shifted my perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see how the album get changed up 5 times in a year.
Right. Change the name instantly.
I ain't shit off that butt grab though. I said what I said. I'm gonna do what I said.
Firm on the ass grab. Just like it.
Cringy now. No, you made me cringe when you said he give me a little twerk back. Just the thought of it.
I would die if he did.
Yo,
I would melt.
Just might do it. He just might do it. How long you been married?
We've been married for 3 years.
Oh yeah, it's game time for the goofy. It's game time for the goofy. It's game time for goofy.
It is. When you want to spend like 60 years with somebody, you know it's gonna be some like. Cause I'm like, I don't even know how he deal with me. Like, I will literally just be. I'm OD, and he'll just walk into my ODness, and he just like. Yeah. He just shake his head, be like, and just keep it moving. Really? But he ain't left yet, so it's like. I just know we got some bullshit ahead of us.
Some bullshit. All right, speaking of bullshit. I love my segues.
Oh, my gosh.
Trying something new during sex. Party foul or need to be talked about first?
Don't need to be talked about.
What if you don't like it, though?
Then I'm going to say something. Be like, I don't think that's it. We should reconsider.
That's the whisper. That's the corporate whisper.
Like, you don't want to just be like, "Hey, dog."
Nah, it depends on what you do.
Nah, it do depend on what you do.
Yeah, it depends on what's being done. Hey, bro. Right. You stupid.
It do depend. But for the most part, I feel like, some people is wild. Some people, especially if you're not in a relationship and somebody feeling like big bold like that, and sometimes those are the people who feel bolder because it's like, I don't even know where this going. I'm just trying to get my rocks off.
The biggest problem I've run into is when somebody has done something with somebody else and they try to bring that to my house. And like, bro, that ain't in my shopping cart. Like, I wasn't even on that page searching for it. Why'd you bring it here? It's like misdelivered.
But see, you got me thinking about, it's the stand-up I saw where it was like, where a guy tries to try something new and be like, yeah, this new girl. She was like, new. I did this back with James in 92.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
When you think you did something new and they already, it's like, it's somebody.
That's worse but than you never know. Something new. If you think you bringing something new and they like.
That's where you kind of get into the whole of everybody gets past.
Yes.
And some people are comfortable talking about it. Some people are not comfortable. And then it's like some people, I think it's mostly men that don't want to know.
Yeah.
Because I think I found my next next research project. We're gonna talk about that.
Men definitely don't want to know, and in those situations, men don't want you to tell them this ain't nothing new, and that's where I guess that's where it pays to just be quiet and just operate in that space and not be boastful.
I don't need. But see, about having something new or bringing
something new or what? Just imagine if you was like, yeah, tell me this the best dick you ever had, and she be
you
like,
in the middle. Top 5.
Definitely
waffling on 5 and 6.
Like that would be worse. That would be the worst. Most women would never ever do that, but men be putting people in situations like that.
I've never asked. Because my thing is this: if you getting it right now, why do you care?
Yeah. That's fine.
That's pretty much it.
That's a healthy space to operate in. That's a very mature space to operate in.
Yeah, because like you're getting it right now. Now I can't say that for everything because I'm questioning myself. I'm doing self-inventory. Now, certain things I will ask about because it may, like say if you mess with somebody in a certain circle and we always occupy that circle, I need to know because I need to know why he looking at me like that, why there's a joke and why he trying to hug a certain way. Like,
agreed.
You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
Like that's different.
Yeah.
But yeah, that right there, where we just came from, just leave that. Just leave it.
I feel like it's best left alone from both sides.
All right. So switching up the family since it's holiday season, do you have a particular habit that you either inherited or just picked up along the way from a mom, dad, uncle, and you're like, damn, I do that?
I say my worst habit is just being a worrier. Like my mom, I could talk to her every day, and every time I call her, she's gonna be like, "What's wrong?"
Really?
Yes.
And you do that too?
I'm like that.
Do you have like a natural nervous energy about everything?
I have
like you just live in.
Damn,
did I turn
for
this
other
off?
people, not even for myself. No.
So
that's not the stuff I worry about.
Oh, you worry about somebody else
about
if they left their light on?
Yes.
Why?
I'm driving through my neighborhood like.
Really? Hey, light bill gonna be sky.
Let me text the group, the neighborhood group.
Really? Oh, like, you that old lady at this young age?
No, not a Karen.
No, it's cool. No. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm petty, and I since I found my petty friend.
Oh my gosh.
So if you ever want to get into some pettiness, go to the neighborhood app.
Yeah. I'm not on that.
I don't even care, but. I think I added it myself into it based on something I was trying to promote. It was like some lawn care service or something for my. It was for a friend that did HVAC service.
Okay.
And then you just see what people post in the neighborhood. It gets so messy. It's so messy so quick.
My HOA group chat or group me is the messiest group chat I've ever been in.
It's reality TV and text message, right?
And it's mainly people older than me.
Yeah, because they got number time. Yeah, they got number time.
Like,
number time.
Someone's kids are on this. Well, I just think y'all just need to. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, well, delete me. I'm like, so many people leave in the group chat in waves.
Funniest thing I saw was, I want to say a black woman. It doesn't matter. It was just a woman that was walking her dog. And the dog took a dump on someone's yard, and then the guy said, "Hey, clean that up, or I'm gonna kill the dog." But apparently, he's been having this problem.
Oh no!
And she took it to the neighborhood wall to like bring this up for everybody to like just no. We must have his head, but they didn't go that way that she wanted, and that's the funniest part about it because like
they was like, yeah,
clean that shit up.
Bye, Fluffy.
Yo,
I can see it now. Like, I just know it.
Yo, somebody put a picture of Michael Vick in a post.
No.
Oh my God.
Ruthless.
I was dying. Oh man. I cried a little bit. Yeah, I cried a little bit. Stop. It was funny.
See, we have had that same conversation. They didn't get that bold. But if they did, I could.
Oh, that was funny.
And I have a dog. But I pick up after my dog. So I can't even be mad at somebody who just like.
I won't go that far for like if I step in it, you make the threat.
I would make the threat.
Bye Fluffy.
Bye Fluffy.
You savage. You so savage. How you be a worry and such a savage at the same person?
Because it's just duality.
Artistic duality.
Okay.
I only let that ride because you're an artist. If you're not an artist, I'm just saying.
You crazy.
Crazy. Yeah. You still be crazy, but you know.
No, all artists are crazy. Though.
Exactly. I mean, the best ones, the good ones.
Yeah.
I was just having this conversation the other day. It's like the artists that are living in the most turmoil, they usually give us the best projects.
Best projects.
And for certain people need to be in a healthy place in their life to give good art. Then other artists need to be in turmoil.
I feel like 70% of artists
need the turmoil.
They're pulling from pre-existing pain or they're writing from a current place of pain.
Who's your pain top 5?
Lauryn Hill is my pain top. Top 1, 2. Because it's like Lauryn Hill, then it's L Boogie.
Yeah.
So that's the top 2.
Right. Okay.
And then I really like. I don't like, and I feel like we talked about this. I don't like the savagery sometimes of like the Summer Walker delivery. Okay. But I can appreciate the content because I've been there before. Mm-hmm. So even though the delivery ain't necessarily like my favorite current day, like
when you say delivery, project, like the words being said or how it's being said. Or
the words being said.
Okay.
I appreciate solid penmanship. And so, like, I can appreciate it being so
the artistic
direct,
side of it, yeah.
But I would like for it to be more
artistic. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Somebody said she's like this generation's Mary J.
Yeah.
You think so?
Just ranting. It's a rant song, and I can appreciate. You know what? Dang. But then you think about like, I mean, like Share My World, Mary still had like it was a story.
We had her transfer in different phases in life though.
Yeah.
Like, and then you get was Drama Mary the best Mary? And that's the weird part as a fan and a human being. Like as a fan, you want, man, I like T.I. when he beefing, bro. That's when he killed the most. But
I ain't gonna lie, sad 90s Mary was a good Mary.
Yeah.
She started being just fine.
Yeah.
No, like,
I'm like,
damn.
man.
Oh, break a heart.
I'm happy you happy, but
like, I'll be rooting for you, girl.
But my playlist a little dry. Yeah. Dale, I think. See.
I'm not even a huge Adele fan, but I listened to this last project.
Yeah. Okay.
Teardrop.
Can she be okay? I've seen this with rappers mostly, but singers too. Rappers, when they kind of evolve and grow out the space and what they got famous for, they struggle because the audience doesn't necessarily always grow with you.
Yes.
So when you've been famous for being that thing or one singular emotion and you try to do something else, it doesn't always work. How do you struggle with that as an artist at times?
No, I think I don't, because I have embraced like my artistic branding.
Okay.
Yeah, and aesthetic is a range of emotions.
But see, so you put that in there so you can allow yourself to feel everything.
I've given myself wiggle room to let people know, like, I'm not just one emotion. Granted, I may have more songs out currently under Bri Feel as this, but there are people who heard music under Feel, which was a group that I was in with my best friend.
Right.
That it's a mix of other things, and so it's like I feel like my brand is not a sad person. It's not sad girl music.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm on. So,
well, I mean, that works against you too. I remember Busta Rhymes talking about how most of his catalog is all happy music, party music, right? Mm-hmm. And he was going through so much turmoil in his life, and he didn't have the space for his fan base to receive that.
Yeah.
And he felt very conflicted because you're doing numbers with this, and you're successful for the happy, but you're not real happy.
Yeah.
And it has to be a special form of torment, like either going on stage in the middle of your depression, doing all these party songs, just like it would be if you worked yourself out of this place, but you gotta go perform the sad song.
Yeah.
Can you imagine doing a tour of all your worst trauma,
my gosh,
but you worked yourself out of it?
Yeah.
That's hard, right?
That's terrible. I feel like and it might have been Mary. I feel like I read or someone told me there's at least 2 artists who like they don't perform certain songs because of what space they put them in. Yeah. And they just don't like going back to that. And I could definitely.
I think the most famous I remember is Prince. Well, when he became more religious, like I think like his dirtiest albums.
Stop doing Darling Nikki because that's my favorite.
Yeah, but you grow to a certain place. It's like
but that's my
favorite. Right.
Also.
Yeah.
Keep your girls, my brother.
Right. And that's where you become conflicted as a human being as a fan. It's like, It's kind of weird. Now,
I think that's where branding comes from too, though.
Yeah.
Like, in transparency, I think there's a little bit more wiggle room for today's artists because they have so much more control over their accessibility to fans. So they can see you grow into that person. Versus like, for this album, I was this person. For this album, I'm being presented as this person. Yeah. Nowadays, it's like, okay, I've seen you grow because from here, and I've cheered you to this happiness. Yeah. So I'm more willing to be accepting of it. Yeah. Because I already have watched it. It's not a surprise to me.
Is that the beauty of social media?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, I like how you brought up the reintroduction or the pitched evolution of a person. Yeah. Do you feel pressure to look a different way with each album, like how Chris Brown, he goes from like the silky crop top or whatever, or like the tattoo face, like he went from baby boy face to like what he, the aesthetic he has now? Yeah. Do you feel the need to change your look every album or every album cycle? And Chris is not the only person that does. I just brought up him the most.
No, it's a bunch of them. Not as much, and maybe because I've had an out or EP underneath Feel, but I haven't had an album like as a solo artist. But when it comes time for releases, I feel like I'm always a consistently close version of myself. My biggest thing right now is I've been doing the blonde for a while, and that's how a lot of people know me. And so I am a little afraid to switch hair colors at some point.
So is it going to be back good color?
I just love it. That's my color. It works for me. Yeah. But I'm very expressive when it comes to like hair and stuff like that. So when it change, hopefully people change with me. But I don't know. It might be a while though.
Okay. Well, sticking on that, being famous for a certain thing, I was thinking about social media, and let's say you become famous for doing something that necessarily isn't you, or infamous to you but famous to other people. Yes. Would you be able to tolerate that or live with it?
That's like one of my biggest fears.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I like to crack jokes. Yeah. Like, you see, like I like to crack jokes. And so, like, I get on the whole TikTok and the real thing, and sometimes I want to do more, but I'm always afraid, like, that's going to be the thing that people run with. And I see people with, like, hundreds of thousands of followers who cannot get the listeners, who cannot get, like, the people to the shows because they know them as, like, this funny person. They're not necessarily checking for them as this artist. Okay. So it's scary.
So I will only counter that just for the sake of conversation with this. Yeah. Bitch, I'm a cow.
Oh. Hey. But even that was music. And so that's what I want. And that's the cheat code. Yeah. That's the cheat code. So that I think about stuff like that. I'm like, okay, if I was to do it, how can I do it? Right. But I'm still incorporating the music. Because even if you coming to see me say, move, you still coming to hear me say move, and then you're gonna hear me say all this other stuff. But it's not like you're expecting me to do pranks with my husband. Yeah. And I'm an artist. Like,
who else can we find? What about Queen Naja? Like, wasn't she an internet personality? It was like the lifestyle and relationships and pranks, and then it transferred from that.
Yeah, she was. I think when it's things, because I don't know if she used to do a lot of pranks.
You see, I don't know. I just knew her from.
I knew she was on YouTube.
I knew her from the first breakup single. That's where I got onto her.
That's pretty much. I probably heard about them like a little bit before that, but didn't know. Yeah. And then I had to put two and two together. Okay. She is the person that. Yeah. You know. Mm-hmm. So I will say I think it probably is easier when you have something that's not necessarily over the top. Okay. Like if you're doing if it's just you and your life. Yeah. Like the actual life you're living. Mm-hmm. Maybe some of it, a little scripted because it's like, okay, y'all know that camera is in the car. Right. Both of y'all see that camera in the car. Yeah. He ain't surprised by this conversation. But I think when you're doing like fairly regular things.
Like we ran into a real moment there.
Because I'll be watching these YouTube videos or like TikToks and stuff, and it's like, I tricked him. And it's like, so he see
like, or you ain't mounted. Or you don't have the camera mounted, and you don't see the camera recording.
He don't see that.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me?
Or like, what's the prank I saw? Somebody called and said, I'm talking, I think it was a girl talking bad to a guy's mom. You seen that one?
Yes.
And it's like, you don't see the camera right there?
Right there.
Right. So unless they turned it around, like, first of all, you got to think about it, right? You talking to my mama? Like, yeah.
No, get off, boy.
Yeah.
So it's like, I get it, because somebody that's like 13 thinks.
Right.
But.
Right. I mean, because you don't know.
The ones that streaming.
Yeah.
But it's like, come on now.
What's your guilty pleasure? Like, what's your guilty show pleasure? Like, what's, like what do you binge watching or have been watching that you will recycle?
Guilty? Okay, so I'm going to do 3.
Let's go.
Okay, so my old school guilty pleasure, Girlfriends. And
okay.
I don't care what nobody say, William is the funniest girlfriend out of every.
Really?
Yes.
Why? Because it's dry sarcasm?
Yes, and that's me. And
yeah.
he's just like.
Actually.
He is the funniest girlfriend.
I can see it because y'all both got the big eyes and y'all both got that.
Like.
Tight jaw, like, I'm just here.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, okay, I can see that.
I love William.
Yeah.
He's the funniest girlfriend. So. Girlfriend.
I never looked at him as a girlfriend.
And that's the thing. In like one of the episodes, they said like he's the 5th girlfriend or something.
Yeah.
So and I mean it is.
I gotta go watch that. Yeah. Okay,
yes.
I'm gonna watch that now.
Yes. So Girlfriends definitely. Right now, more current, Insecure because final season. So I'm like.
I was just trying to get into it, and then it went from they took it off Amazon. I think it's on Hulu now.
Yeah.
Like
or it's
HBO.
on HBO Max.
It's on HBO, but the HBO left the platform I was watching it on, and then it's like, bro, I'm already paying for like 3 of them. I'm cool. Like the adult in me is like, I have priorities and goals.
Like the adult in me is like, am I suddenly paying for cable? Because
I saw the funniest
so
meme. Right, somebody posted the meme was like, you by all my powers combined, and it was like all the services you get same price as cable.
Same price.
And I'm like,
cable.
yo,
I've been duped.
Yeah, duped.
For real.
That's the word for the day, duped.
This actually just reminded me I need to cancel that Paramount subscription. Like, I don't even.
Everybody
I tried to do a free
sub.
trial, and I forgot.
Oh, you forgot the free. Okay, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna put you on game with me. The adult game right here. This is about to be a real uncle auntie conversation. You gotta put the reminder in your phone. But you gotta do it while you're getting ready to do the free trial. Because if you don't, you will forget, and then you be looking like, where the fuck this trash come from?
All them $6.99s
add up quick, bro. I'm like, yo, Carno gonna be a little dry this month.
Look now, I ain't gotta eat tomorrow, I guess.
Listen, she smacked my ass. Might give a little twerk back today.
For some $40.
Right. I can only play for so long. You made it too real.
For some $40. My bad.
Yo, why is $40 the going rate for pussy?
I don't know why.
What city, what region established that?
I don't know what people like. Not Atlanta.
I'm sorry, I'm That's
$40 ain't doing
I just got hit for $40 for a lineup. I'm like,
no. A lineup?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
The moment they go past like your sideburns, it's a cut.
That's facts. But I will say my barber is bomb.
Yeah.
So he gonna get this 65 every time.
Yeah, I'm gonna complain, but I'm gonna pay it because you know what I'm saying. Because I cannot take a picture. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Not right now, but
yeah. You wild boy. All right. What was your third one? You said Insecure Girlfriends.
And then I'm about to run back New Girl.
Is that with Zoe?
Yeah.
What is it about?
It's just about her and she live in this apartment and her life is a mess.
So you like, I guess, coming of age material type of or transitional stuff? Okay.
Yeah, yep.
Okay,
Dang.
like living in transition?
You just showed
you yourself?
Show me something about myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Because I just gave you because you liked, because you watched. Yeah.
Oh, you know me.
Yo, the algorithm's crazy over here. What is about that show that you like? Because it's like she's moved
quirky.
to a new city.
Yeah.
So
she's super quirky.
Okay.
I love how quirky she is, and it feels like me.
Mm-hmm.
So like there's different versions of me, and my close friends know the quirkiest side of me.
Okay.
And that's what I identify with.
Who's your spirit animal? What character is your spirit animal in movies or like who do you identify with?
Who do I identify with? I would say it would have to be a mix. I don't think I could just pick one, but I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Okay, so if I was to be a girlfriend, then I'm already William, so I guess y'all already know that. Yeah.
Okay. I would stick with Will. We'll let you ride with that.
Yeah.
All right. What's more effeminate? Problematic question time.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Let me take sip my water infused.
Right. Men with small dogs or men with skirts?
Oh.
A lot of pressure because you're an artist too. I like when I get that face.
The fact that I gotta think about it.
Right. It's sign of the times.
You know,
this is carefully curated questions right here.
I'm trying to give both a pass in my mind because I'm like, oh, the man with the small dog, he must live in the city. He has a studio apartment. He doesn't have a lot of space for a big dog. I
like how we create lies for people. Like we write our whole personal life. Yeah.
Taking his dog with him. I almost want to say the small dogs because
it's more effeminate.
Well, no, effeminate. Okay. I was thinking problematic for me specifically, and it is a small dog.
You don't like small dogs?
I've had a Pomeranian.
Okay.
I'm definitely. I grew up with Rottweilers. Like, I'm not a small dog person.
Dogs.
My dog now is a golden doodle. I was hoping he was gonna be 70 pounds. He a smooth 50, and that's good for me. But like my Pomeranian was a great dog, but I will never get another small dog. I don't like that. So problematic for me, small dogs. More effeminate, skirts.
Men with skirts.
Yeah.
All right.
Because that's just a lot of air blowing through there.
Yeah. Yo, when you describe something to make it so real, I can see it. I'm sorry. You be killing me up. All right. More problematic questions. What makes a thought a thought? And I love to ask women this in particular.
Denial.
Where my applause button at?
Why, this motherfucker don't miss.
Yo.
That's what makes a thought a thought.
What are they denying? That they live this lifestyle or they think they're what?
I mean, any
break it down for the comment section that's gonna come forward.
In terms of any means of denial. So whether you're denying how you're living, then denial. If you're understanding how you're living, but you're trying to like shift the narrative in some way, or I don't know, try to just downplay it or whatever it is, then.
Now, are you speaking in particular male, female, or both?
Period.
Got you.
Period.
Okay.
Like, across the board. I
like how easy that was for you to say, because usually when I ask a woman, in particular single women, they give me all these different answers and convolute the waters and all this stuff.
And what ifs?
Right? No, it's like that right there. It was different for us because we're in a different headspace, and y'all just make everything so black and white. It's not the same. Like, bro, you going. Like,
yeah, and if that's the space you in, then that's the
just
space
embrace
you
it,
in.
right?
Like,
just embrace it.
That's okay.
Yeah,
it's okay. I don't even need to know what put you in that space, whatever it is. Like, long as you.
Well, they'll share that too.
Because everybody got an excuse for why they thotting, but some people just want to be thotting, and if that's what you
I just found my real. Just found my real.
For real, everybody want a reason, a sob story, or something like justifiable, and it's like, nah, it's summertime, so.
Summertime, wintertime, it's
like,
always
whatever it is.
Whole season is always year round.
Yeah, like that's just what you want. That's what you want. Just keep it 100.
All right, since you broke it down so easily, how many friends have you held accountable for their thought ways, male and female?
I hold everybody accountable for.
Now, how do you tell somebody they out there a little too much?
I mean, I don't even dictate to whoever what is too much, and maybe I don't get enough situations where I'm around somebody who I've considered. All right, let me throw a hypothetical at you.
Thoughting too much. Okay. Let me throw a hypothetical at you. You got a girlfriend. and she had talk about how all these different dudes are this, that, and the third, right? But she's probably been knocking down and having like
with whomever
for the last 2-3 months, and she's had like 3 to 5 in rotation, and she's wondering why.
Okay, sorry, I don't want to judge.
No, it's a real thing. So with that being said, you know her rotation, and it's funny hearing the stories because everybody like hearing other person's stories and they date stories and stuff like that. It's good entertainment.
Yeah, it is.
But when you get into the real aspect of a human being, you got to be real.
Yeah.
Why isn't somebody committing to you if they know you out here playing like that?
Yeah.
So how would you tell a homegirl something that she need to hear?
I mean, I keep it funky. Like whoever it is, whatever it is, like you can't be out here expecting something that you're not positioned for. Like if you're not positioning yourself to be cuffed or whatever, and y'all aren't in alignment on that, then it really is what it is. Like whether you're moving how you're moving or whatever the situation is, all I care about is keep it funky. Like if you are not ready to be tied down by so and so, don't be out here with your feelings hurt. If he already told you he ain't ready to be tied down, don't be out here with your feelings hurt.
Yeah.
Communication is key, and that's the end all and be all with those situations. Like
now,
because when I was single, and I knew I was trying to be single, and I was like, boy, don't get your feelings hurt because
but
I'm gonna stay single.
Now I'm gonna talk for the single people. The people that say they're not available, the other person tends to chase them more.
Yeah, and that's terrible. And
I guess that's a toxic human trait because majority of people are looking for reclamation projects in some regard, or they want to. For men, I know a lot of men try to sway women off that path. Like, well, she made it hard, so I want her more. Yes. So, how do you speak to that?
Now you mad and you crying. And you crying.
Now you mad.
It's not you, it's me. Like, but I told you that already. Because why did you? I wouldn't think. I've never thought I could change your mind. Why would you think you could change my mind? Yeah. Like, and if my mind did change, it has absolutely nothing to do with you.
Well,
it had everything to do with me. Yeah. Because I know what space I'm in, and when my space changes, I'm gonna communicate that with you.
Okay, I like that.
And you don't even have to meet me there because
what I'll say about you, I think you're more honest as a woman than a lot of women.
I got in trouble.
For being too honest?
Yes. I'll be like, hey, I'm just like, because I was engaged. So by the time I got single again, like in my early 20s, or I feel old saying early 20s. Yeah. But like after college, when I got single again, it was like I had already been in a 5-year relationship. I did not want to be in a relationship. Right. So when I started dating, it was like, yeah, this is the space that I'm in. I was already doing this, that. I will meet you there. I will pay for my food. You're good company. Yeah. This is the space that I'm in. You ask me what I'm doing. I can't do that. Oh, okay. If you continue to like inquire about why, I'm going to the movies. If that upsets you,
okay. And then you say I'm going to the movies with, or
I'm going to the movies with. Okay. And if you want,
I feel like a dude like without me.
Yeah, because so-and-so already said that he was trying to see Avengers. So we pulling up to
Wait a minute, but we saw Infinity War together.
Okay. Snooze your lips, I don't know what to tell you.
Got you.
But, I mean, I feel like so many people would benefit from just, like, that honesty and transparency because even the people who be mad, sometimes they're not even in that space either. And so it's like, but there's this urge to claim people. There's this urge to possess people, and when really you're not ready for that the ownership, the responsibilities of that quote unquote ownership.
So I'm glad you brought that up because I've had this conversation with a few. Actually, I'm not gonna say any names. So 2 girls and a guy I've had this conversation with in the last about a week and a half. Trap babies. Now, yeah. Ooh. Do you know about them?
The plot thickens.
Do you know about them?
Yes.
Now, what's your perception of it?
Terrifying.
Like, all right, so from women's perspective, why would a woman want to trap a man?
Oh, the obvious reason. She think a baby gonna keep him.
Okay.
But why men want to trap women is beyond me.
Well, as a man, I can answer that.
Put that on the set. Put the world on pause. Disconnect to reconnect. Offline. Gotta go offline. 'Cause
Joe made a show about nothing, and he's calling it a podcast.
All right, clap again.